Saul, I forgot to give you $50. Here you go. Thank you. Now, we have a saying because I don't have a whole lot of friends, so I got to pay them, but you didn't all see that, right? Okay, good. Hey, Saul, don't forget you got to give me 100 after because it's double, okay? All right. No, it's because you pay me 100 so I can say you're my friend, right? Okay, good. Folks, how's everybody doing this evening here? It's really cool to see all of you here. You know, when I think about this is our 4th anniversary. Max has been around for 6 years, but this is the 4th time we do this award and gala for tomorrow night, starting on Friday night. But I want to thank all of you for really getting here. What my topic here is this evening is really stepping up to the plate. And when I talk about this, I'm inspired because I've never played baseball. My brother Richard will acquire it. No, you can ask him after. I was never good in sports. Okay, I was wanted to try, but I was never good at it. Okay, but there's one thing that I was good at, and that was working hard. My father always said, which you all know my dad. He said, now if you want to be wealthy one of these days, he says you can't take orders from anybody else. You got to have your own business. And I did that since the age of 19 years old. What I'm going to tell you right now, stepping up to the plate, it's about leadership 101. It's when you take a look at all of you here. This is why there's no guest in the room. You're all Max associate. And I'm so proud to say that to each and every one of you, because what are you going to do different from when you leave here? In the next 20 minutes, I'm hoping you're going to take just 1 ounce of what I'm going to tell you and take it into consideration and use it for 2013. And you'll see that in 2 of my slides, there's a couple of phrases that's going to be repeated. And the reason those phrases are repeated because you need to understand that it's serious. Everybody here has to challenge. You have to challenge yourself in 2013. And the first thing I can tell you want to do is this, is you want to share the 3 Ps. People, this company, you own them. People. Product is the second P. And the third is the pay plan. You got to learn that like you've never learned anything else. It's like, how many people remember their first kiss? Just show a hand. Raise it up real high. Some of you don't even, because you're afraid I'm going to ask you where your first kiss was, right? Okay? Right? Think about it. Where was that first kiss? You need to be as excited, especially if you're, like in those teens, 14, because I was there one time. I'm 45 now, but I was 14, 15, 16. I remember how excited I was. I want to kiss that girl. I met my wife. She was 15. I knew the day that I met her that I was going to, you get it, right? I knew it. Right? And my mother-in-law sitting in the hallway. Yes, all right. Confirming. You need to get good at confirming. When we talk about Max and you have a guest coming to your house, either it's a home meeting, either it's a one-on-one, texting is the most beautiful thing. I love it. You know what? I'm not bothering anybody, and I don't care if they're asleep at 12 o'clock at night. If I get home at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to send a text to somebody, and next morning when they get up, they get my text. Right? I've never gotten any shit from anybody. Why? Because that's what I do. And I'm going to show you how to do that, how to utilize those things. Not texting people at 2 o'clock in the morning. Just utilizing that texting. Recruiting. Chris, you said it best. It's either your team is growing or your team is dying. Your team is looking at you. What are you doing? Management mode in network marketing does not work. They need to be seeing what you are doing. And the last but not least, rank advancement. You need to have your personal people that you recruit, that you're getting involved in the business, advancing rank. And I owe that to Joe Wojcicki. I owe that to Steve Scott. And the number one guy who cranked it into my head at the Diamond Retreat in Cancun was Dave Bagley. Did he not, Joe Wojcicki? He did. He nailed that. He looked at me and he said, Mike, this is your average when you sponsor people. It was this high. And he says, you're getting about 30% average of people that you're recruiting getting here. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. I know for a fact that in the last 4 months, I've averaged more people that I've personally sponsored, and I've still kept on sponsoring people. If you don't believe me, go look at the chart, 60-day promotion. Because I do both at the same time, and I'm hoping that in this 20 minutes, I'm going to show you what I'm doing differently. All right. Frustration. How many people sometimes feel frustration? Frustrated. Frustration. How many people? Show a hand. Don't be shy. All right? Everybody here, you will not tell me that you've never said into your inner self saying, wow, our business is not growing fast enough. Who in this room honestly can say this? Your business is not growing fast enough. Right? Either personally or business-wise. You know what? If your business is not growing fast enough, do you think maybe there's something that you could tweak? There's something I guarantee you when I sit down with somebody and they say, listen, it's not working. What do you need to do differently? I always say that when I started network marketing, how many people agree I talk fast? I talk a lot faster than that 20 years ago, believe me. I've really learned to slow down when I talk to people. Now hold on, I didn't finish. When I talk to people over the phone, I wasn't finished my phrase, all right? Because they don't know me, all right? This is what you are going to love. Steve Scott teaches us. You need to build a solid foundation with everybody you sponsor, with everybody they sponsor, but not everybody. I'm going to share with you how you do it, how you identify key leaders. Identify and appreciate your leader's strength. I could mention that in my team, I sponsored a guy who I don't even speak to, who sponsored a woman by the name of Ann Bushel. Anybody here know this lady? Yes. Who sponsored a lady by the name of Ann Turnbull. Does anybody know this lady? Yes. That she sponsored a guy by the name of Andrew. I won't screw up his last name because it's not complicated, but I don't want to screw it up. A guy by the name of Andrew. He sponsored several people. Everybody, because I sponsored somebody, I sponsored a dud, not a stud, who sponsored several people who are working this business. Why? Because you need to appreciate your leader's strength. There's a lot of people in Max here, Max International, not just in my team, in all of your team, that have 10 folds over my skills. I have no skills. I've got a 12th grade education. I never went to college. I hated school. I say it all the time to my kids. But I say, you know what, my son, who's the oldest one, I'm so proud. He's at Collège Boréal in Sudbury. He's at college right now, taking a course for 2 years. I never wanted to do that. He wanted to experience that. Go get your education. But here's the thing. Appreciate your leader's strength. Here's the thing, folks. I guarantee that when he comes out of college in 2 years from now, he's going to get a job. But on the side burner, he's going to have a side business that's probably going to pay him more than his job. How many people like to do that for your kids? Right? Only in network marketing can you do this. Commit yourself and adding value to your team. Every single week, I promise you, I get emails from people say to me, I want to step up to the plate. I want to start presenting. I want to do a home meeting. Mike, I want you to do this. I want you to do that. I want you to coach me to do this. Listen to the people around you. Listen and go see the people that's in your team. No, the oldest, I'm not going to bring ages, but one of the senior person in my team is a guy by the name of Ren. Ren, where are you? Ren, where are you? Ren, right there. Ren? Ren's right there. Ren is 82? 82 years old, young. All right? Bring value to the team. I'm telling you, this guy is so committed to Max International. Go hear his story after. All right? Committed. Commitment to people. Richard, Henry, my dad, if you want to pass one of these, I'm not going to spend much time on this, but this is a talent, a skill, this piece of paper. Anybody I work with, and they say to me, my business is not growing fast enough, you need to look at this sheet. Not tonight, look at it tomorrow, look at it Monday. But it's a skill that you need to use all the time, every week. If you want to master, if you want to be the best in network marketing, you want to become the best in Max at what you do outside of what your job, I promise you, utilize this piece of paper because it's going to get you to where you want. These are activities that you need to be doing on a consistent basis, day after day after day. How many people, show of hands, have a job here, have a job? This is especially for you, ladies and gentlemen, because you want to know what are your averages when you contact people. How many people have you contacted in a week? What are your talents? What are your skills? This is a sheet that you need to utilize. Fulfillment challenge. How many people would like to fulfill some people's dreams? And they're in your business. How many people would like to have had sponsored a Greg Norman in the business? How about an Alan Sickman in the business? Right? All these people that are making a very large six-figure income in our company. I'm going to say that to you all because I'm not enticing anybody. You're all associates. You're already in. This is why it's so important in leadership like this, so you can understand this. Engage in communications. See, when you are building a team, everybody here has a talent. And some of you have talents that are dormant. You don't even know you have them. I see talent in people that I sponsor. They don't even know they have that talent. I believe in them before they believe in themselves. So talent and ability, when you know how to acquire that in your people, they're going to step up to the plate and they're going to say, Mike, teach me. They're going to say, Jerome, teach me. Elizabeth, teach me. 90-day challenge. I'm going to name a few names here. If you're in this room, please stand up. Spencer Crowder. Andrew Sue Bieta. Sally Wicks. Ann Bushel. Sylvain Legault. Angel Viss. Allison Greener Hilton. Donna Graham. Jocelyn Jovero. Patricia Arambo. Maria Dulce Mina. Stand up. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12 people in Canada so far that are on the 60-day promotion list. Let's give them a round of applause, folks. Hold on. Before you leave here this evening, make sure you go see these people. Make sure you go see these people and ask them, what have you done differently? And you're on this list. What have you done differently? These people will give you the time and day and will explain to you what they've done in a 30-second or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, what they've done. I will tell you this. Sylvain Legault, stand up. I will tell you this guy, he never called me once in the last 2 promotions and said to me, hey, Mike, I'm number 1. No, I called him. I said, dude, you're number 1. Dude, you're like a bullet. You passed the other guy. I don't think he knows what a speed limit is. Right? He doesn't have an ego. He lives in the Quebec market. Right? What I'm trying to tell you is we literally just, in the last year and a half, really started building that market. He went ballistic. Thank you, Sylvain. All right? Understand one thing. The people that are in your team, if you have somebody in your organization, shame on you if you didn't call them up and say, congratulations. They're on that list. Do you think maybe your name should be on that list? Seriously. It's all about us. It's all about what we want to do. Put the team above your personal goals. There's people in this room that have got lofty goals, huge goals. I can tell you, my dad is 77 years old. My mom was living at the time when she called me 3 days on this product. And she said, come and sign me up. And we went, I did. I never thought my dad for a networker, right? Never. Last week, he came up with a lady from the bank at a meeting. We gave her product, she went back home. That's all he talks about the product. That's how he approaches business. But I'm his son. I follow up on everybody that he gets. Right? Is that okay? Yes or no? He gave me a life. At least I can build him a paycheck, right? I wouldn't be here if he wouldn't have had some fun that night. Y'all get that one, right? Okay, good. Good. Develop strong relationship. Saul Jacobson is my best friend. He knows everything about my family. I know everything about his. We eat supper very, very often, 2 or 3 times a month sometimes. We are friends, all right? He's not the only one. I could name everybody in this room that I've had supper with, and we exchange our families together. Strong relationship is what key. How many people agree there's thousands of network marketing companies flying through North America every single month? Show of hands. If you don't want your team to leave, right? Work with them. Teach them everything you know about how to build a business. Define a win in terms of your team. What is a win for you? What is a win? Saul Jacobson said to me today, he came in and he came in with eyes like this. Mike, you have no idea what's happening. This is what... He didn't talk about him. He didn't talk that he was going to go platinum. He's talking about 2 people going gold with his team. What happens if 2 people goes gold in your team and you've got $80,000 of volume? What happens? Okay, let me repeat this. 2 people go gold in your team and you've got $80,000 of volume. I think, Barry, you said it right. Diamond. He never said he wanted to be diamond. He talked about his team. That's how excited about the people he sponsored. He knows where he's going in December. Let me tell you, when you put something together, I wished all of you would have seen what Ann Turnbull gave me on an email a month ago. She said, this is how our team, we're gonna break 2, 3 bronze and some silvers. She said, I'm going to get to this total amount. Guess what? That made her gold. Plan in advance. Look at what you are going to do. Account manager, you don't see it here, but how many people agree that when you reach bronze with our company, Bob will allude to it in a few minutes, but how big is it that you don't have to call customer service if you're a bronze and you can call your account manager, you're signing up somebody, you can send them an email. I don't know about you, but literally, this week, Spencer Crowder, bronze, to silver in 1 month. Right? He's got an account manager. Today, he had a couple of things. They didn't have to call, just send an email. No wasted time. He can do other things and be building his Max career. All right. Influence challenge. Number 1, successful leaders. What do? Do things unsuccessful people are unwilling to do. Let me just name you 3. Successful people compliment, unsuccessful people criticize. How many people agree with that? Successful people talk about ideas. Other people, they talk about people. And the third that I really like is have a sense of gratitude. And unsuccessful people have a sense of entitlement. Understand, folks, that this is network marketing. If you have a dream, if you want to build it big, on the next slide after this, you're going to see what I saw 5 years ago, and I really hope you're going to grasp, every one of you tonight. Sacrifice personal goals for the sake of your team. Did you notice that phrase on the other slide? Did somebody pick it up? Why do I say that? Sometimes, folks, you want to get to a certain pin, but I'm kind of in this business, kids cry for it, girl and man, no, how does it work? Die for it. All right? People want attention. Let's give it to them. Truly listen and know what makes you tick. What makes you tick? I get up every morning, and if you would have seen my basement where my office is 4 years ago, before I changed to a wooden floor, I got a beautiful pool table. Around my pool table, you thought it was going to be a racetrack. Yeah, okay, yeah. All right? Understand one thing. When I'm excited, I walk around my pool table, and I talk to people. In fact, when I do three-ways, sometimes people will say, what are you doing? I'm shooting pool. That's what I'm doing when I do a three-way call. That's the way you relax. Knows what makes you tick. Connect with their interest and earn their trust. You want somebody to go to the top of a company, earn their trust, they're going to go through fire. Fair enough? Last but not least, support their vision. When somebody tells you they've got a vision, whatever that vision is, do not be a steamroller, because you're going to be part of the pavement. Be the solution that they want you to be. This is, to me, the best slide. And by the way, this is about Steve Scott. 5 years ago, almost 6 years ago, Steve Scott saw the vision. He saw the vision. He met with Dr. Keller. He saw how big this was. He went to Bill Guthrie, Greg Rinker, his biggest infomercial players, and he saw the vision. But look at the next one. Look at the next step he did. Steven shared the vision with maybe 2-3 guys. Look at this room. Now, technically, 168 people are registered this evening. Look around the room, right? 172 are registered for supper tomorrow night. Give that a round of applause. All right? Leaders saw Steve's vision. Every fly-in we do. Everybody who's been to a fly-in, please raise your hand. Stand up now. Be recognized. Stand up. All right? When they saw the vision, guess what happened? Fifth, leaders want Steve's vision. They want Steve. When I say Steve, by the way, it's Steve and Shannon. We all know that. They want their vision. And the last part is this. Leaders pursue the opportunity to achieve Steve's dream. That's what people want. People in work society today, it's a job. It's just over broke. They want something else. And that's what it is. Achieving Steve's dream allows us to invest in our dream. How many people want to leave a legacy and a destiny to your kids, to your great-grandkids? I'm telling you, I've got some good friends that are police officers, that are firemen, that are in the Army, and for any sake, they've got good jobs. They've got everything. But when I talk to them about what we do, I am telling you the vision will follow. They will follow what you do. In conclusion, keep going. They keep going when the heat is on. That's what leaders do. When the pressure's on, they keep going. They keep recruiting, and they keep helping their team. Keep producing when the pressure's on. Folks, I will tell you one thing. I know that Christmas is coming. It's one day, 25th. I know that I'm not going to make any calls on the 24th, 25th, 26th. I know that. But I will tell you that how many people agree there's going to be so many people in between Christmas and New Year's. In between Christmas and New Year's. The best time for you to go on a frenzy. Find ways to make things happen no matter what. Lead your team by example. Get yourself on that leaders board so your team can see your name. So that they can call you up and say, congratulations, you are making it happen. Strive to be better tomorrow than today. And the last thing, read it, teach it, and have fun doing it. Let's give it back to Mr. Saul Jacobson.